Hey there, y'all. 1986 Donruss Baseball Cards. Now, these are a real throwback to me. I enjoy going through these. They definitely bring me back to my teen years. When I do remember when these came out. Happily and sadly, I'm glad that I'm still around to say that I remember when. But yeah, I remember when. Lots of great cards you could find in here. Highlights, of course. The highest priced PSA card in here nowadays is the McGriff. But back then, who would have thought? The Canseco was the card that everybody was hunting for. Everybody was trying to find. You could resell those back then, $5-10 in some places. I think I remember prices as high as $20 on the Canseco. Now, we saw mint cards, I think, a whole lot different back then. They had to have sharp corners, sharp edges, all of that. I think a lot of cards that would have been bought and sold as mint back then might not be nowadays. I guess the flip side right now is gem mint or pristine mint or whatever any of the other grading companies call it. A 10, okay, PSA 10 gem mint. You not only look at the corners and the edges, but you look at centering. Now, centering is not something that any of us would have considered. Didn't really care about that. That wasn't a big deal. And that's probably why there's a lot of cards that were bought and sold as mint back then are not exactly considered gem, ultra, super duper mint. Now, I bring that up because the Canseco card that might have been sold for $5 or $10 back then, if it was a PSA 10, if it did qualify as a PSA 10, well, nowadays that's about $450, between $4 and $450. After the McGriff and the Canseco, prices drop off. Grading-wise, there's Andre Galarraga. I believe it's his rookie card. Yeah, I think so. I don't think he had a card before this, so that makes it a rookie. Now, there was a variation. His name has an accent mark, but the first variation came out without the accent mark. So that's one thing to look out for. The Nolan Ryan, the Kirby Puckett, lots of all-time stars here, all-time greats. Some Hall of Famers, as I mentioned, like Nolan Ryan and Kirby Puckett. Others like Paul O'Neill, not a Hall of Famer. Mattingly, not a Hall of Famer. Dave Kingman was a definite favorite back then. I think a lot of people thought he would be Hall of Fame. I don't know why, with a 202 batting average almost every year. It didn't matter that he was within the top 5 home runs for constant. He was a constant home run threat. But maybe not as much as glitz and glamour as Canseco and McGuire. When McGuire came up also and started popping them left and right, Bash Brothers. You could also find Cal Ripken Jr., the Pete Rose King of Kings card is another card that people like to find in this. Brett Saberhagen has a few cards in here also. But anyway, enough with me babbling about these. Let's get to opening some. Now, I've opened a few other packs of these. You can see the videos on my channel here. Definitely had some fun and did find some great cards in some of these other packs. So I'm 100% convinced these were never gone through before and rewrapped or anything like that. But you never know what you're going to find anyway, right? Got Greg Walker. Now that's a badly cut card. Look at the bottom to the top. It's like no lines on top. Fred Tolliver. Thad Bosley. Oral Hershiser. Okay, great card there. Eddie Murray, first Hall of Famer card. I'll keep that on the side to frapper that up. Sid Bareem, Ivan Calderon, Ken Daly, Rocket Roger. All right, that's pretty cool. Second year Roger Clemens card there. I'll frapper that up. He looks all young there. Got Bo Diaz, Lonnie Smith, Jim Clancy, Denny Walling, Jay Baller, and Lance McCullers. Now, Lance McCullers was a pitcher then that people thought were going to have a great career, but he kind of faded off real quick. And you never know who's going to really make it and who's not until they actually have. That's the thing. I mean, there's a lot of great players out, and that are around right now. And some of them might only be in the league 3, 4, 5 years. You don't know what's going to happen to them. I don't care what names you drop. Until they have a good 8, 10, 12 years in, you don't know. I mean, some after 7, 8 years, they're definite Hall of Famers. You could tell. I mean, if they stop playing tomorrow, and I think of like Trout, he'd be a Hall of Famer, just based on what he's done. Now, others, they might be a little bit iffy, so you might have to wait until you see their whole body of work. I mean, somebody like Bert Blyleven or Don Sutton, during their career, if you saw after like year 3, 4, 5, 6, even year 10, it was like, maybe. I mean, but no, after year like 19, 20, 21, yeah, then they started having the numbers, these statistics that really made them a Hall of Fame candidate, and then eventually elected. Got Ivan de Jesus, Bill Caudill. Looks like he just let go of a 150-mile-an-hour fastball that probably hit the plate at like 32. Tony Pena. He had a great arm as a catcher. I mean, I remember gunning people out from the squat. It was a really great pitcher. Rock Rain, a good pitcher, good catcher. Rock Raines. Frapper that one up. Checklist. Bob Gibson, not that Bob Gibson. Different Bob Gibson. Terry Harper. John Wathan. Jim Aka. Brian Downing. It's all arms and glasses. And shag haircut. Davy Lopes. Randy St. Clair. Urbano Lugo. Lloyd Mosby. And Mario Soto. That Lloyd. All right, got Rock Raines. All right, very cool. All right, next pack. I could smell the greatness in this one. Or is that bleach from the washing machine? I'm not sure. All right, puzzle card. Billy Sample. Yeah, okay. Better be careful. There might be a sample on there. Greg Gross. Yeah, that was gross. Butch Weiniger. Jack Lazorko. See, I got to stop messing with names. I'm starting to read them funny now. Ramon Romero. See, he's even sneering at me about that. Spike Owen. Galarraga. All right, there we go. Nice rated rookie card there, and I do not see any accent marks, so that is the variation card. Very cool. Now, centering is dirty, that's for sure, both top to bottom and left to right. But I'm going to frapper that one up anyway. Carlos Ponce. Billy Allman, not from the Allman Brothers. Nolan Ryan, all right. And I mentioned Don Sutton before, check that out. All right. Now, I'm not going to frapper you up. I never do. Greg Minton. Donnie Baylor. He's happy about me not frappering him up. See that? You don't get frappered either. Willie Randolph, all-class Yankees second baseman. And Gary Templeton. All right. Well, we got a couple good cards in that. Got the Nolan Ryan. Again, badly centered. The centering on these is disgusting. And you know what? Mr. Galarraga, even though you are not Hall of Fame, you're going to take center spot for right now. Because you're just cool, you're a rated rookie, and you're missing your accent. All right, last pack going here. See what other kind of fun stuff. Now, I didn't take the time, but I just want to first of all say thank you to all subscribers, comments, thumbs up, all that great stuff. I absolutely appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you do. If you haven't commented, make sure you do. If you haven't given a thumbs up, well, that's all right. I mean, I'd appreciate it if you did, but that's all well and good. Anytime you do any of those things, it definitely helps my channel. In my mind, it helps me think that you enjoy this stuff, and I'll keep coming back. I mean, I'm going to keep opening packs anyway. We might as well open them together. Got Paul Householder, Scotty Fletcher, Jamie Kaka Nawa. He's got a Kaka Nawa. Mike Felda, Ozzie Virgil. He's all happy. He's laughing at that. That was a bad joke, but you're laughing. And he's saying, yo, that's disgusting. How you say that? That's nasty. Ernie Riles, he's just goofing with it, yeah. And Ken Landro, he just wants to get out. I'm out of here. See ya. Gilberto Reyes, don't know what I'm talking about. Ron Oyster, got Tom Bernansky. Tom Bernansky's finishing his swing. Luis Salazar, Jim Dwyer, Dave Shipanoff. Yeah, dude, you got those crazy, crazy eyebrows going on. I don't know what's going on with that. That looks like you got like raccoon eyes almost. And Alan Bannister. So that's what I get for goofing around. I don't get anything good in that pack. Anyway, as I said, I hope you enjoyed. Definitely make sure you come back. Check out my other videos. I got lots of sports content, baseball, football, basketball, hockey, non-sports stuff. I know I did some Garbage Pail Kids a ways back, comic ball cards, all sorts of stuff, as well as who knows what kind of life goes on. I'm going to have more of that kind of stuff going up shortly also. Anyway, as I said, I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you stop back. Y'all take care. Stay well. Stay blessed. Bungle out.